Hey Melanie, it's Sarah, as if you didn't know who I was. So I saw your video, your social anxiety and panic attacks, and I just want you to know that I was feeling the exact same way. I was pretty good in smaller groups, but when it came to the large crowd and having to get up on stage in front of 550 people and trying to talk or being approached by several different people, I was the exact same way. I was nervous all the way up until the meet and greet. I also have anxiety issues as well, as everybody knows. And I do take medication for it, which is the scary part. But there was so many times whenever I was like, my whole body, I was like vibrating. I was so scared when I was like put on the spot. And whenever when I get like that, I feel so stupid because, I kind of the same way. You have this, like everyone thinks, oh, well, you've done this, you've been on the show, you talk about whatever in your videos. It's different when it's just a camera and you, and there's not a whole bunch of people around. It's easy to talk about that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like social events like this, it's like I go stupid. I ramble, I say stupid stuff. I stumble over my words. I don't know what to say. I'm really bad at making like small talk. Really bad. And I was afraid people were like gonna think that I was just, wow, this girl is not very nice, or she doesn't want to talk to me, or, I felt the same exact way. But that whole vibration goes through my body, and I'm terrified, and I'm shaking really bad. I don't even remember whose hand I was holding on stage at one point, and they were like, "You're like shaking like a leaf." I don't remember. It's like I black out or something, and when I get that nervous, and I don't even know what I said when I was up there, or but like my whole body trembles, and like I clench my teeth. So like all weekend long I was like, oh man, my jaws are killing me, because I get so scared and so nervous, and it is frustrating to deal with. It is. But more people in this community deal with it than you know. A lot of people don't like to admit it. And there's a lot of people that will admit it, that they feel the exact same way. And that's why I actually suggested to Antonia that next year we might want to look into like doing karaoke or something. Just because I think it would be good for us to like face our fears and try to work past it. I think that if you go into something like that being afraid that you're going to react like that, then you do have a better chance of reacting like that. I can't really talk because I did the same exact thing, but I want to work past that. And I want to be more social. I know like one of the nights, I think it was Friday night, I sat at a table by myself. I mean, Kyle was there most of the time, but nobody else was at the table with us. And I was like, wow, people are probably going to think that I'm being very antisocial, and that I think I'm just better than everybody else. And that's not the case at all. I was too scared to walk up to any random table, and even like you guys, you know, I was too scared to walk up and be like, hey, can I sit here, or, you know, whatever. So I just sat at a table by myself, and it is a really, really, really hard issue to try to overcome, and to deal with. But just know that you are not alone. And the fact that you're even thinking about leaving YouTube, just bite your tongue, because there are so many people that love you and understand, you know, what you're going through. And I know I would be super upset if you left. You know, there's a lot of people that do end up leaving YouTube for one reason or another. And, you know, sometimes they get too busy, sometimes they get caught up in drama, sometimes they're just done, you know. And I really feel like people benefit from your videos, and people can learn a lot, and you are a big inspiration in this community. So the people that love you and care for you, they will understand, you know, what you're going through, and maybe since you put it out there, they'll be more supportive and be more open-minded when it comes to like next year. And, you know, maybe next year you and I can hang out a little more often, and we can try to work, you know, together through this anxiety, and, you know, try to face it head on. I did take, like you said, I took breaks in the bathroom, and I had to go back to the room a couple of times to just like, you know, like just take a few minutes by myself to, okay, like it's like I have to psych myself up, you know. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna talk to people, this is gonna be okay. It's hard, it's really hard, but I think by you taking yourself out of this community, the community will not be the same without you, and I really hope that you don't do that. But I could understand on every single level what you're going through. So I just want you to know that you're not alone. And I was the same exact way. I was terrified. As much as I appreciated every single person coming up to me and, you know, telling me they watched my videos and wanting their picture taken, I loved it. Like, I was nervous about it, but I loved every single person that approached me, and I appreciate that because I am too shy to go approach anybody else. But you know, there's so many people that I wanted to meet, and there's so many people that I wanted to meet that I didn't even get a chance to because this whole social anxiety issue just kept me from doing so. And it is frustrating, and I do get angry with myself, but I just keep telling myself, I mean, look at what all you've overcome up to this point. Look at what you have done. Look at what you've done for this community, and just maybe try to challenge yourself. And, you know, if you face your fear, I was scared of heights, and I jumped out of a plane, and I freaking loved it. I loved it. And now, you know, I want to do it again. I faced my fear, and I realized, wow, it's not so bad after all. You know, so maybe in this sort of situation, you can do the same. And, you know, if you put yourself out there and explain to people, you know, if people are educated about, you know, anxiety and stuff, more people can kind of understand and comprehend. And I know that there's plenty that can relate to the whole situation. So thank you for making that video, for one, but just know you're not alone. And maybe next year we can hang out and we can, you know, kind of like be each other's cheerleader, and all right, you can do this. There's a whole group of people over here just waiting to meet you. So, you know, you are just such a sweetheart, and I just love you so much, and of what little time I did get to spend with you, I am extremely happy about. I love hanging out with you, and you're amazing, and with the social anxiety, with the shutting down, with everything, I still enjoyed hanging out with you, and I would be very, very sad if you left YouTube. So thank you again for making the video. And just know that I'm here. I'm here for you. And I know exactly how you feel. So